Well, improvisation, let me tell you what improv is not. Improv is not stand-up comedy, all right? Everybody says, oh, you do a stand-up comedy. No. What's stand-up comedy? Stand-up comedy, you go out, you prepare jokes, and you go to an audience and you tell the joke and hoping that they will laugh, okay? Improv has nothing to do with that at all. With improv, has anyone seen an improv show in Manhattan or somewhere? Okay, fine. So there's many different forms of improv. And one form of improv is typically about 6 people on the team. The team comes out, ladies and gentlemen, we are such and such a team. You know, to get us started, just give us one word. All right, so somebody throw out a word.
Frisbee.
Frisbee. Okay, fine. So what happens? These people come back, you got 6 people in the back line. They are expected now to do an improv of 25, 30 minutes, an hour, you know, doing the word Frisbee. So what do? Right? They come back and they play a pattern game. They say, Frisbee reminds me of a picnic. Picnic reminds me of my Uncle John. My Uncle John reminds me of hot dog. It's a pattern game, an association game. Everyone on the back line is doing that. What on earth can we do with Frisbee to entertain the audience, right? Now, then some brave soul comes out. Let's say they have an idea. They want to do a scene about the time they threw a Frisbee with their Uncle Charlie when they were all grilling hamburgers, right? So this person jumps out on stage. Now, you never leave a person on stage alone. Support. Always have somebody support. So if somebody comes out, and I'm that second person, I come out to support this person. Well, guess what? I have no idea what's going on. Zero. Absolute zero. This person is going to start a scene with me, and I have no idea. Who am I? Where are we? What are we doing? For all I know, he might say, listen, we are 2 ants in the grass, and we got the, I don't know, am I a human? Am I an animal? What am I? So what am I doing? I am listening with every fiber of my being. Every fiber. I'm looking for clues. I'm looking for intonations. I'm looking for body language. I want to know who we are and what we're doing. Otherwise, I've got nothing to say, right? So this person will give me one line. I mean, he's not going to stand there and say, and give me a litany of his thoughts. He's just going to come out with a one-line statement. And hopefully in that one line, he's going to tell me who we are, what we're doing, and what we are to each other. So you might say, hey, John, remember when Uncle Charlie, took that Frisbee and hit me in the head? Mom was furious. Okay, that's an offer. I just gave some information. We're together, we're at the picnic, we have the mother, all that is information that this person now is listening deeply, deeply, and fully to what is said. Because now they're going to take that, accept it, and add to it. Right? So, the first step of improv is deep listening. The second step is a self-assessment of your emotional impact. What did this statement have on me? What kind of impact did that statement have on me? Right? It could be sadness, it could be grief, it could be surprise, it could be joy. I have to assess that. Because if I have a feeling, if I have a facial expression that's joyful, and I don't speak to that joy, the audience will be totally disappointed and disconnected. Or vice versa, which is a better example. They say something like, you remember when Uncle Charlie just died last week? If I'm sad, if I have a sad face on myself, the audience wants me to speak to that. All right? If I just say, oh, yeah, let's go get a hamburger. No, time out. Talk about what just happened. What just happened? It's like when someone says something impactful and we tend to ignore it. That's the worst thing. All right? In improv, you cannot do that. The audience will be totally dissatisfied. And I want to impress on you that that's important in all of our communications. If someone says something that impacts you in some way, you have to identify that impactfulness and speak to that in some appropriate way. Otherwise, there's no communication whatsoever. All right, so that's the second step. Deep listening is the first step. Self-assessment of my feelings is the second step. And the third step is some authentic response that incorporates that feeling. Right? That's a cycle of communication. I call that the conscious communication cycle. All right? And then this person's doing that. So that's how we do an improv on stage. And with that, the audience is interested. They're saying, okay, what's going to happen next? They hit the Frisbee, did he hit him on the head? They're interested. Right? Might not be funny, but it's interesting and it's entertaining. All right? So that is what an improv is.